Today we are going to start our lesson with another market force that is called supply. This is another market force which shows us the producer's behavior in the market. What does it show? It shows us the producer's behavior in the market. It shows the producer's behavior in the market. Alright? क्या शो कर रहा है? Producer's behavior. Now it tells us the willingness and ability to supply the goods and services by the producer at different prices in a given time period. It tells us the willingness and ability to supply the output, to supply the goods and services by the producers in a given time period. Alright? But also, sometimes the producer is not willing to supply, or he or she is not able to supply the output. So for the sake of supply, both the things should be simultaneously present. What things should be there? A producer of a certain good or service should be willing to supply, and at the same time he must be able to supply. He should have enough capital, raw material and labor in order to produce those goods and services. So in different time periods the supply of the goods can also differ. Clear? So it produces the output. What is the aim of the producer or seller? The aim of producer is to maximize profit and minimize the cost of production. So the producers will produce those goods and services in which they see the consumers are demanding those goods, and they will be able to maximize the profit by supplying these goods which are demanded by the consumers. Anuj? Clear or not? What we are saying? Producers are behaving in such a way that their hidden aim is to maximize profit by supplying those goods which are demanded by the consumers. And if they are not supplying those goods which are demanded by the consumers in right quantity and quality, they will not be able to maximize their profit. What is the other aim of the producer? That is to minimize the cost of production. Actually, when the producers are minimizing their cost of production, so what happens? Their profit will increase. Follow my point? So basically, profit is hidden in between the cost of production. Actually, profit is also the cost of production which is paid to the entrepreneur. Clear? So basically, producer is that when he is willing to produce and able to produce. Now what is the law of supply now? I haven't written the prices of the goods over here because prices are playing the most important role in supplying the goods. When price of the product is increasing, it means at the constant cost of production, the profit of the producer will increase, so he will supply more output. So basically he wants to maximize the profit. So when pricing, for example, he is producing these board markers, its price goes up to 80 rupees for each marker, but the cost of production like wages, raw material, that hasn't changed in prices. So at the same factor prices, his cost of production remains same, but now due to increase in price of this board marker, his profit level has increased. He will definitely produce more board markers to maximize his profit. Yeah. So what is the main law of supply? What is law of supply? Law of supply means it shows positive relationship between the price, yes, price and the quantity supplied, in a given time period at ceteris paribus. What it is? When other factors are kept constant, keep in mind when we are defining any of the human behavior, that is always studied in isolation. Like other factors must be kept constant which can affect the relationship of the two variables in study. What are the two variables which are in study in case of supply? They are price and quantity supplied. Clear? So any factor other than price which can affect the supply of the product, that must be kept constant. If those factors are kept constant, then we can find the positive relationship between price and quantity supply. You can say cost of production, like the factor prices, they are kept constant. Wages, raw material, rent, interest rate, they are kept constant. Tax by the government, that is not changing. Subsidies are not going to be provided. Technological changes are not taking place. Then this relationship will be found between price and quantity. So can I see when price increases, quantity supply will also increase, and when price falls, the quantity supply will also fall. So there is a positive relationship between the price of the product and its quantity supply. Is that clear? So they move in the same direction as price is increasing. So producers are encouraged to supply more because their profit has to be increased at the constant cost of production. And when price level goes down for the product, the profit of the producers will be decreased because now they are having less and less profit. So they are discouraged to supply more out. They will supply less when prices are falling. Clear? Now I am going to have a supply schedule along with the supply curve. So what is meant by individual supply? What is the individual supply?
One producer's supply.
Yes, one. The difference between a farm and industry. In one industry, we find many farms which are producing the same product. Like there is textile industry. So how many farms are supplying the textile items, the cloth item? There are so many farms. A single farm supply is called individual supply. Whereas the whole industrial supply or all the producer supplies, when they are added up, so we get the market supply of textiles. So industrial output is called the market supply, or single farm output is called individual supply. This is the main distinction. Market supply is the sum of the individual firms' supplies at each price. So first of all, I am going to have a relationship between price and quantity of a single firm. Then we will have the market supply. Look here, when price is $10, a single firm is supplying 50,000 of units. Clear? I am not mentioning too many zeros over here. So that's able to have 50 output. So when price increases, the output also increases. Okay. Now it is when price is increasing, what is happening? The firm is increasing the output supply. So if we plot them, here I am taking quantity supplied now, and here it is the price. Clear? So at price 10, how many units are supplied? 50. So when price increases, please be attentive. This is our first dot on the graph. At price 10, how many units are supplied? 50. So at price 12, how many units are supplied? 60. This is another dot. And when we have price 14, there is 70 units which are supplied. So this is another dot. And at price 16, there is going to be 80 units which are supplied. So we have this dot. If we join these points, please, if we join these points, what we get? The supply curve. This is what? The supply curve. What does it show? It shows graphical representation between price and quantity supply. Supply curve shows the graphical representation between the price and the quantity supplied. Quantity supplied at certain variables in a given time period and when other factors are kept constant. So what do you see over here? Supply curve is upward sloping. What do you mean by upward sloping? That
It is positively sloped.
yes, positively sloped. When price increases, what happens? Quantity supply will move in the same direction. That's why I say it is upward sloping. It is positively sloped. Both price and quantity supplied, they will always move into same direction. Followed? Now, this is the individual firm supply curve. If we want to have the market supply curve, what is the shape of market supply curve? This is individual supply curve. So if we multiply by the number of firms at each price, they are supplying the output. So the market supply curve, here I am taking quantity supply, here I am taking the price of the product. This is the individual supply curve. Sorry, this is a triangle. This is going to be the individual supply curve, and when we sum up the outputs of all the other firms, we have a horizontal sum of the individual supply curve. So this is the market supply, which is on the right of the individual supply.
So we will multiply the number of
Yes.
producers.
Like if there are 10 producers, the total market supply will be 510. Now the price has increased, the producers have also increased. market supply, that will be on the right of the individual supply. Because when the prices are increasing, many new firms may enter into the competition and the market supply will shift rightward from the individual supply. Clear? So this is about how we reach to this supply curve by using the data from price and quantity supplied. Keep in mind, this is the supply schedule, supply schedule. Please listen. This is the price schedule and this is a graphical representation of the supply. The supply curve is the graphical representation of the supply schedule. Sometimes they are asking what is meant by the supply schedule and what is meant by the supply curve. Followed? So we are studying the market force, not the individual force. So our study is about the whole market of a product. Okay. Now what is meant by movement along the supply curve? What is meant by the movement along the supply curve? Movement along the supply curve. Now see, this is the quantity, this is the price, this is the supply curve. When price increases, quantity supplied will move along the supply curve. When price increases from Q1 to Q2, quantity supply will increase. This is called what? Extension of supply curve. Extension of supply. Due to change in price, there will be no shift of the supply curve due to the change in the price of the product itself. Or we say, some books are writing like this, it is expansion of supply curve. What it is? Expansion of supply. So now the supply is moving along the curve when price is changing. Because I gave you the explanation, this supply curve is actually showing us a relationship between the price and quantity supplied. There is no other variable which is shown over here in this axis. Okay? Now what is the other form of movement along the supply curve? That is the contraction of supply. What it is? The contraction when price decreases, so quantity supplied will also decrease. So now supply is moving along the curve. This is called what? Contraction of supply. Contraction of supply, quantity supply along the curve. Now the quantity supplied is moving along the curve due to the change in the price of the product. So the distinction is that when price increases, quantity supplied will show us a movement along the supply curve. It is expanding now. And when price falls, the quantity supplied will again move along the supply curve. And there will be no shift of the supply curve due to the change in price of the product itself. So, okay, we will do the rest of the things like the shifts of the supply curve tomorrow, and then our lesson about supply will be concluded, inshallah.